when that moment happens.
Are we going to start singing, I've got faith of the heart?
Definitely
God,
not.
no. No.
All right, folks, welcome once again to Unreality Zone Fun and Games. I am Mike Substelny, your game master this time. This game features Neela Bright, Darren Bright, Ella Shore, Adam Para, Phil Gregory, Vicky Martin, and Kurt Martin, with live editing by Doug Reichard. Currently, we are playing a campaign of Modifius Entertainment's Star Trek Adventures. Our campaign is called Empires and Embers. Oh, somebody hit the...
My bad. Stupid thing. Should be fixed.
Here you go.
Can we all get out of...
Can we edit that in post?
We've got to all get back together mode.
Together mode or grid mode?
We want grid mode.
Grid mode.
Oh, okay.
Why can't I see Phil?
Because I turned my camera off.
Oh, okay. Are you naked again?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. But he's a doctor,
What
so
I do
it's
in
okay.
my own house is my own damn business.
Okay. Currently, we are playing a campaign of Modifius Entertainment's Star Trek Adventures. Our campaign is called Empires and Embers. The setting is Deep Space Nine, about 2 years after the Dominion War. Last time on Empires and Embers, our intrepid player characters and a few trusty NPCs arrived at their new post at Deep Space Nine. Rather than the normal routine of transferring command codes and assuming their duties, they found themselves battling a dreaded Pa-Wraith, which had possessed the body of a Starfleet Commodore. The crew defeated the monster, but at a cost. On the plus side, Droth has the keys to a cool new starship. On the minus side, you've all got a mystery of a Vorta who saw your faces in a dream a week before he met you. In critical condition in your infirmary, you have both a Starfleet Commodore and a Bajoran Vedic. For some reason, there is a squadron of Klingon battle cruisers headed your way. And Pa-Wraiths are not extinct. They know where you are, but you have no idea where they are. And in last week's final scene, a hulking, fearsome Dominion battleship emerged from the wormhole. It dropped a proto-universe in your front yard. The commanding Vorta apologized, saying the founders had created it as a test of their own moral fiber. And once it got out of control, they realized it would be immoral to destroy it. So they thought they would bring it to you and hoped your clever-faced Federation scientists would figure out a moral way to deal with it. And then the battleship skedaddled back into the wormhole. At that moment, you were at threat level 6, momentum 0. Rather than spend a threat to bring the proto-universe on screen, I am going to give you a point of momentum. So you have more options available. You should see the momentum has appeared on your screen. And now we pick up tonight's adventure. Here shall your proud waves be stayed, part 2. Even with no skill rolls, you can look out there and see that proto-universe looks really cool. But it's probably going to present some amount of danger at some point in time. To find out how much danger and how much time, you should ask a scientist.
I would like to evacuate that part of the either pylons or the space station on where it's at.
No, it's hundreds of kilometers off the station.
Okay, cool. So it's not endangering the station as of yet, right?
It could endanger the station.
Okay.
Ugh.
All right, honey, where's the lab?
Okay. 20 setters.
So you've got a couple of different ways you could look at this, Droth. And also, do you have Facebook open or what?
I do.
Okay.
Hold on. I need dice. Ah.
You said I have some pretty good science skills as well.
Yes, you do have some pretty good science skills as well. It really, anybody who's married to Droth learns to operate science instruments pretty darn well.
Eh.
And we're used to working together.
Hmm.
Damn it. All right. Okay. All right. We need a containment vessel.
Well, you've got to find out some information first. You are
Good.
way far from that. So you have a chance to operate sensors, and you can look to study what is the level of danger and how fast you're going to be in danger, or you can start studying factors of the proto-universe and not worry about the danger.
No.
Which
It is
is the
dangerous.
easiest-
Actually, I need to know what the expansion rate is.
I was going to say,
Okay,
which
that
is the
would be-
easiest one to check on the sensors, because we can split this up between the two of us.
That
Alright.
would be a reason plus science roll, difficulty 2. And if Paula wants to help, she can also make a roll with her
Yes.
skills.
Paula is going to go get dice.
Reason
Okay.
science. I have a 16 there. Okay, and if I'm
That's
using
nice.
computers, that's a focus, so I can get the I can actually get my Vulcan computer to help.
This is more sensors than computer.
Gotcha. Okay.
The analysis will be computer, but you can get the station's computer or the sensors to help you. Yes.
Okay.
Oh shit. Well, yeah, we're gonna improvise that. Sorry. Oh darn. Oh my profits.
We're gonna fix
What
that.
dice do I need?
Two
You need
20s.
20-sided.
Well,
You need a 120-sided to help him, or two 20-sideds if you want to not help him and just go rogue on your own.
I think it would probably be better to help him, at least at this point. Once we
Help
find out
him
what's
then.
going on, then maybe I'll do it on my own.
Mm-hmm.
okay,
I
so
want low, don't I?
Yes, you want low.
I
That's
roll
not
twice,
low.
she rolls once, and she can help because I have collaboration science, right?
Oh, that means she gets to use your science score. That's
Ooh,
awesome.
cool. My science is a 5.
A 19, still not going to do it.
Oh, at least it's not a 20.
Okay, what did you roll, Darren?
I rolled a 4 and a 5.
Oh, well, that's 2 successes. No momentum built up, but you should see something in an instant message that you can interpret and discuss with your fellow players.
All right. Okay. Well, that's useful to know. We have 6 hours.
What happens in 6 hours?
The proto-universe is going to expand. It will wipe out DS9 in 6 hours, collapse a wormhole in 27 hours. It'll destabilize the Bajor system in 3 days, in 3 weeks, swallow Bajor in 3 weeks, and make the entire Federation and Cardassian Union uninhabitable in 27 months. So basically, a proto-universe is like a universe that just popped into existence, and it's now expanding. It's going to continue to expand at a faster rate and wipe stuff out. Okay, so now we need to know what properties.
Okay. Wait a minute. You have just announced something pretty horrific here,
Yes.
and you are getting stopped by the boss because Colonel Kira wants to make a speech,
Oh, okay.
having just heard that Bajor is in danger. And Colonel Kira, and Doug, this is Colonel Kira's speech. Colonel Kira says, I know the situation seems hopeless, but I've faced hopeless situations before. I'm 3 weeks from retirement, and my last day on the job will not be the day Bajor is destroyed. The
She's so
prophets
dead.
will give us strength. Now, Dr. Smith, you go save those patients. Vita, you assign some of your people to find out that Vorta's dream means anything, and find out why a squadron of Klingon battle cruisers is clear to dock on Kamaj Garage. And within an hour, I want both a report on where that Pa Wraith came from and a plan to deal with the proto-universe. Any questions?
No
I
questions.
Got my plan. Okay.
And you, Jaw, in my office now! All right, we're going to start really quickly with Jaw. Go to Kira's office while you think of what your plan is going to be. Okay, and because this will help you. All right, Kira takes you privately in her office, Jaw. And Colonel Kira says, "What in the name of the prophets were you thinking? I am understandably upset that you may have gotten Vedic Dep1 killed, but that's not what this is about. Before you got here, Scharnhorst had half the station terrified and the other half hated him. Of course, we all wanted to just beam that blowhard out into space. But you can't just call ops and demand that we kill the highest ranking Starfleet officer in the sector. Can you imagine what a lunatic you sounded like when everyone heard that? Jaw, I personally requested you to be the constable here, but now I find myself questioning my judgment and definitely questioning your judgment. Acting Constable Bowtie was supposed to go home to her family tomorrow, but I'm asking her to stay on because you are on probation, mister. You will not receive security command codes, and you will not be sworn in as the Bajoran liaison until you redeem yourself. Is that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, now go make use of those detective skills and help Vita solve these mysteries.
All right, and I turn around and walk out.
Good. Now, here's what Kira's speech means in game terms. All right, transporter magic or anything that's going to win a boss battle or something like that is always a high difficulty task. Star Trek Adventures game mechanics allow player characters to do difficult tasks, but not NPCs. Player characters get momentum and focus and determination, and most of the time you can help each other if you get two player characters at least talking on communicators with each other. You can help with die rolls and things like that. You've only got two NPCs with that power. That's Happy Kucharski and Martin Brannigan. And Brannigan has orders to ship out at the end of this episode, because Paul quit. All right. Now, Vita's about to send a bunch of you running around doing a bunch of stuff on the station looking for information, and that's fine. But when something important happens, your first call should be to another player character to gather player characters together. That's advice on how the die rolling in this game works. Don't try to do things yourself. All right, let's get back to ops, and Vita's going to give some orders.
Hello? Hello?
Mike, I think I
Hello?
lost you. I can hear
Hold
Doug.
on.
I can't hear Mike.
I see you. You don't see me?
I can hear you now, Mike.
Okay.
I temporarily lost you. Doug, are you there? Okay. All right, I think we're all back.
Okay.
Well, first thing over your communicators, you hear hello? Hello? Did I patch this through correctly? No?
All right.
I
Joel here.
hit my.
This is Droff. Go ahead.
Okay, it's Dragoon. I'm on the ship. I totally asked permission to get my communicator tied into the system.
Okay.
I assume you're telling the truth, even though I'm highly skeptical.
By the
Yes?
way, while I was doing this, is anyone aware we've got a proto galaxy out there? It's probably going to go in about 6 hours, give or take.
I am very aware of that.
Okay, station, set a clock for 6 hours, please. Please notify us at 1 hour intervals and then half-hour intervals past the midway point.
Do you really think we need an alarm for when it blows up? Won't we know when it blows up? Well,
I
consumes
prefer
us,
to-
technically.
Good strategic management means you plan ahead. All right, Professor, what can you tell us?
The proto universe, it's going to expand in 6 hours, and that if it's still there, it will most likely take out the station. However, first we need a containment field of some sort. We have the USS Champion. We need another big ship. Do we have any other large ships currently stationed at DS9?
Like the one I'm on?
Yeah, the one we haven't named yet?
Cool. Is that a big ship?
You should come up with a name for that ship, but it's not that big. It's not as big as a Galaxy class ship.
Yeah, we have one Galaxy class ship. Okay.
Well, all right. You don't know anything about this Galaxy class ship.
Well, I know it's big.
You know you've got a Commodore in the infirmary, and the doctor's going to need to take care of him.
All right. Well, my immediate plan to take care of the proto universe is I would like to have 2 large ships. I want to use their deflector shields to basically create a sandwich around the proto galaxy or the proto universe. That should contain it at least for the short term till we can figure out what to do with it later.
But darling, wouldn't it be easier if we have containment technology. They use containment technology in starships. Can't we build on that technology to do a more permanent, or not taking 2 starships and risking them to do containment?
I just was looking for something quick. We can redesign the warp bubble around one of the ships to basically create a containment bubble. And we might be able to do a feedback loop to maybe tie the expansion into the warp core, but eventually at some point it will overwhelm the warp core and explode. That would be bad.
I agree that exploding would be bad. I think what we need in the short term is something quick and dirty.
Uh-huh.
And then once we have quick and dirty, then we have time to do something permanent.
Yeah. Well, the deflector
I know how you
shield
like quick and dirty.
Yeah, the deflector shields was just the quickest way. Put it between two ships and use their deflector shields to create basically a sandwich bubble.
Okay, can I make an engineering roll to see the feasibility of what they're talking about?
Yeah.
You'd need to know some of the specs of this Galaxy class starship he's talking about, which is information you don't know.
Okay. I only know my own ship.
You know your own ship. You could find out about Galaxy class starships.
Computer.
And Also, Vita, you have other tasks you need to be dealing with too.
Yeah. Okay. I grab Odinson and is Droll's back with us? Droll's,
Yes.
you're back with us, right?
Yep.
Yeah, and you've also got Martin Brannigan.
And Brannigan.
Yeah, and
Say, we need to go talk to Drekon or whatever. Mr. Passing out in the middle of the lobby screaming about stuff guy.
There's one other thing I didn't describe well. While Droff was doing his sensor readings, somebody you don't know, a Kelpian in a lieutenant's uniform, handed Colonel Kira a pad, and she looked at it and kind of rolled her eyes and said, "Oh, I just knew he'd be involved." And when she yelled at you and said, "Find out why a bunch of Klingon battle cruisers are headed to the Kamaj garage," she threw that pad down on the desk in front of you.
I pick up the pad.
Now, Nani, are you listening?
Yes.
Bonnie, you recognize without any skill roll that Kamaj is Klingon for well done.
Like steak?
It's a mystery to you guys. Why there are battle cruisers headed to a place called Well Done Garage.
Which probably means not good because they like everything raw. That's just my theory.
Droff, can we borrow your no-name ship real quick for a quick trip?
To No Name Garage or Well Done
Yes,
Garage.
the Well Done Garage. Yes.
It's my husband's ship.
Oh,
sorry.
yes. I have the keys for it.
Yeah, well, I'm asking, can we borrow it?
You don't know how to operate it yet.
Well, I'm assuming the guy who flew it here can fly it.
Well,
Dracula,
he came here with a whole crew. He's the only one left. He is here to teach
Yep.
you to operate it.
I'm the engineer. I can fly the ship, but we need more than one set of hands.
A pilot.
Oh, also, Mani,
Yes.
you've all got the command codes for all of your sections, except for Joel. Mani, you've got the command codes for the Defiant.
Oh. So we could take the Defiant.
Oh, we can?
That is at your disposal now.
Is it really at my disposal? Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Both ships are at your disposal, but only one of them are you trained to operate.
Well, and more to the point, Dross ship's not at my disposal. It's at Dross' disposal.
Well, that's true.
I think we need to keep reminding ourselves of that. We kept it out of Federation hands to start with.
So you picked up that pad. Did you read the pad?
What?
I hand it over to Odinson because she can read Klingon.
Oh, it's not written in Klingon. Well, all right, yes. Kamaj is written in Klingon. Kamaj Garage, but the whole rest of it, it's indicating a shop on the station. But the shop isn't located in the promenade. It's on the outer docking ring.
Ooh.
Oh, so we should go investigate this shop.
Well,
hold on.
Maybe someone should. In the meantime, you've got this proto-universe. You've
Mike,
got a Pa-Wraith. You've got all these other mysteries to solve.
Mike, you gave actually Vika a list of things she needs to deliver at Kira in an hour. One was a plan to deal with the proto-universe. I'll
Yes.
work on that. What else does she
Okay.
need to deliver?
A report on where that Pa Wraith came from.
Fire caves. You want fire caves? This is how you get fire caves.
Yes. Hold on. Adam, your character are you a Bajoran?
That's right. Yep.
Oh, okay. Ooh, so you could be in charge of the report on the Pa Wraiths.
Yes,
Yeah,
that
be
was
cool.
what I was about to sign out.
And
Okay.
to the best of your knowledge, the Pa Wraiths were wiped out by the emissary 2 years ago.
So I'm gonna take a one of those Bajoran texts and read it backwards, and hopefully it tells me where the power race come from.
You should probably take a real person. A real person. Take
Who's a
somebody
good
more high ranking.
anthropologist? Who's a really good like anthropologist or history person?
I might be. Hold on.
No,
Where's my
no, you're
character?
busy. Stop.
I
Stop.
am, but
You're working
I have
on
cultural
the thing
flexibility.
that is
Damn it!
going to blow up the station.
Yes.
Stop. You stay right there, do sciencey things.
If the
Okay.
station blows up, the Pa Wraith is no longer a problem.
Odinson, take Happy Chikarsky, and you guys go check out the garage.
Yes, Commander.
Okay, that's a good plan.
I will go with you, Joel.
Okay.
And Drakon, what are we gonna do with him? Drakon?
Hold on. I need him to assist. He knows more about Dominion technology.
Then maybe
Okay.
he should come down to ops.
Okay.
Drakon, will you do us the honor of coming down to ops? We understand you're not subject to command, but we need help.
Certainly.
Okay.
Since
Thank
my
you, sir.
life is
I
on
can
the
go
line.
over with Dracon the various specs.
Dracoon.
Dracoon, sorry.
Raccoon. We can go over the various specs of the Champion, the Defiant, and our new science. Well, it's not new to him, but the science vessel, and see what's the best way to contain this thing.
But I'll be taking the Defiant to the garage, so you won't have the Defiant at your disposal.
No. We're just preparing a report. We don't need it. We're going to look at the specs.
You know, you can take the turbo lift to the garage.
Yeah, the garage is on the arm thingy.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Okay. So there's three things we have to deliver to Kira: a plan to deal with the proto universe, a report on the Pa Wraith, and then something about the Klingon garage.
You wanted to know why 7 Katinga class battle cruisers have clearance to dock at Kamaj Garage. She also
right.
wants to know if that Vorta's dream means anything.
Oh, okay.
She's really worried about the reappearance of Pa Wraiths, though.
Don't blame her. What little I saw of them, it was not pleasant.
Maybe somebody should figure out how the Commodore got possessed.
Well, isn't that pretty much just a matter of backtracking where he's been?
Yeah, and is he dead or is he still alive?
We
My
need
understanding
to
was it's still
cut
alive.
to the doctor soon because he's got 2 patients in critical condition.
And the doctor can actually get us answers. Vita what's the name of the doctor? Who remembers his name? The annoying guy.
It's Dr. Smith.
Oh, Vita to Dr. Smith.
Or you could just call the infirmary.
Yes, hi. This is Dr. Smith. Which one are you again?
I'm the blue one.
Oh, yes, hi.
How are your patients? Is the Commodore going to live?
Well, Mike, is the Commodore going to live?
Wow. geez.
Now, you should have said, do you want him to live?
Should I roll a die, Mike?
You're going to need to do some die rolling. Let me call up the sheet here. Yeah, there it is.
Just as a side note, it's really hard to break the D&D habit of not breaking up the party. I'm sorry.
You,
I
you
just keep
can
wanting
break
to-
up the party. You need to break up the party.
I know I
but-
keep wanting to put everybody together, and that's not working.
All right, so Smith, oh yes, and you need to relieve Dr. Tessick, which I believe you can. You have collaborative medicine, so you can, if you and Dr. Tessick are both working, you can work on one patient, Dr. Tessick can work on the other patient, but Dr. Tessick gets to use your skills as long as the two of you are standing next to each other.
That's fine. I'm perfectly happy to share my amazing doctoring skills. So I'm
Sweet.
assuming that Dracoon is still in my infirmary.
No,
Well,
he's
who's my other-
fine. He's been fine for hours. The two people in your infirmary are Vedic
Commodore.
Depwan and Commodore Scharnhorst.
Ah. Well, I knew about
They're
the
in really bad shape. We've never seen anyone survive getting blasted by a Pa Wraith, but we have seen main characters killed by it on the show. It's extremely serious. And the Commodore was shot by a phaser on full kill.
And it didn't disintegrate him.
It didn't disintegrate him because he was possessed by a Pa Wraith. But he's also in bad shape. So which one are you going to work on? And which one are you going to give to Dr. Tessick?
Oh, I have a real problem with figures in Starfleet of high authority right now based on recent events that have happened to me. So I'm going to pawn the Commodore off on Dr. What's-His-Face. I'll take the Vedic.
Oh! Okay, it is time.
Is it time to feed the cats?
No, you've got a proto-universe out there that just generated a point of threat.
Oh,
And it's growing. Oh, what happened?
oops, I'm seeing somebody's screen.
Did you see the proto-universe? That's what you were supposed to see.
No, I saw text.
Really?
You shared your script.
But I see the proto-universe small at the moment. Well, I'm watching the YouTube feed because I'm seeing nothing through Skype for some reason.
I see it.
I had it set to share. I guess I have to reset it to that screen every time.
Very pretty.
Now I know.
Who's a
So
good little
it's
there we go.
growing.
universe?
Yay!
All right. So just
Meanwhile,
being out
back at
there,
the
it
infirmary-
generates a point of threat every now and then. Until you get
Oh.
rid of it.
Roth, I hope you're going to get rid of that thing soon.
Well, I was going to get
All right.
rid of it with one die roll, but Mike said that wouldn't work.
Vita, you think it's time to visit? Well, I guess Phil's got to do his thing. So
All right. So Phil.
Oh, no, I thought I was
roll.
expected to. I thought it was my. I thought that meant I was personally responsible for stopping the proto universe.
All right. Phil, you're on an extended task. You're going to have to roll a series of successes over the course of the next hour or so, caring for your patient to pull him through.
Okay, how many dice do you want me to roll right now?
Let's see. What do you have any extra things to bring to bear?
I have
You're going to
collaboration,
get- What's that?
medicine, resolute. I also have medicine of 5, reason of 11.
Yeah. So you're really good. Your skill, your number to hit is a 16.
So
let's go with medical insight for this very first roll as
How many
an
dice?
applicable focus. So you're going to roll 3 dice. Okay. 2 for you and 1 for your high-tech medical instruments in the infirmary that are helping you. And I'm going to keep track of how many successes you get to pull your patient through. And tell me what you roll.
Okay, I'm going to roll the 2 dice for me, and I got a 7 and a 6.
Okay.
Now I'm going to roll the 1 die for the other thing you mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
That's a 1.
That's a 1, a critical success. Excellent. So you've got 4 successes, and that's on the Vedic, not on the Commodore.
That's correct.
All right. And let's see, using your same skill. There it is. Dr. Tessick. Oh, yeah, it's a good thing you're standing next to him. He's a young Bajoran. Oh! Uh-oh!
Never a good sign.
Well, he rolled a critical success and a complication and a nothing. So he got a 1 and a 20.
So the Commodore is neither alive nor dead.
No, the Commodore seems to be coming too. The Vedic, however, is having some hemorrhages.
But I rolled all that success.
Yeah, but there's a complication. And
But
that's
he
how
rolled the complication. It should be the Commodore that's complicated. How does his screw up dealing with the human cause the human to be okay, but my Bajoran patient is now having complications? Excuse me, I've been a doctor for like 20 years. That ain't how medicine works.
Was somebody
Dr.
walking down,
Smith.
going down to the infirmary?
Yeah, I'm going.
What's the complication?
I'll go with her. We were going to interview the guy
is
anyway.
that Joel I'm talking to?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Joel and I are heading to the infirmary.
So, Joel, as you're walking in, it really sounds like the doctor is cursing the prophets or something. It's kind of funny, but neither patient is dead, and
Okay, do they so what's happening, Mike? What are they coming into my infirmary?
Yeah, they're coming into your infirmary.
I turn around, I look at him, I'm like, oh hell no. Here, this is my infirmary, that is your corridor. You stay in your corridor and I work in my infirmary. I will tell you when you can come into my infirmary. Until then, stay in your corridor. I have had enough today. My infirmary, your corridor.
I look at Vita and we like, what do you want to do?
I gently remind the doctor of the chain of command and that we are
the chain
in
of
a
command breaks
emergency.
down in my infirmary. I have absolute control of this infirmary. Look in your regulations. I'm dealing with a medical emergency. My word supersedes your authority in this infirmary. Your corridor, my infirmary.
I look at Joel and I'm like, somebody's having a bad day.
Why don't we go to the temple and talk to one of the Kais or whoever's there?
Well, there's no Kai in the temple right now.
Oh, okay.
The Commodore does seem to be moaning and groaning, and
I point to Dr. Smith and
my patience, Commander.
I need to know anything he says.
I will
anything.
I will be happy to let you talk to him and give you a full interview once I'm satisfied of his current health situation. But that moment has not come yet. Once again, your corridor, my infirmary.
You get me to leave if you promise to turn on a recording so that I can hear anything he says.
I don't have to promise you anything until I'm convinced that these two patients are healthy. And again, check your regulations. I know I'm right. I
All
don't
right,
promise you anything until they're stable.
The
Goodbye,
Commodore is
Master.
starting to mutter and mumble.
Hey, Master, I'm pulling command here. And gonna try to let's see here. What can I do to?
Well, Jal is with you,
Cal-
right?
Yeah.
That's right.
He's a big, broad-shouldered security guard.
Yeah, so my presence plus my command, and with Zhao backing me up, looking like muscle.
You're going to try a roll against one of your other player characters. You can do
Yes.
that. You're going to try and intimidate the doctor.
Yes.
All right.
I'm not sure it's going to work. He does not strike me as a socially delicate soul.
Should I roll to assist Mike or?
Yeah, you can roll to assist, but he's going to get to roll to resist if he wants to.
All right. Well, I got 2 successes.
You need to roll. Oh, you. All right. It's presence plus command.
Yep, that's 15. I rolled a 15 and 11.
All right.
Oops.
What did you get? Wait, I don't.
I got a 10 and 11.
Oh.
Actually, I think you just.
No, you
if
only
you're
roll
assisting,
one.
You
roll
only
Joel.
roll 1.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Although
I got a 19. That didn't help.
between 10 and 11, it doesn't matter. All right.
Yeah, they would have either one of them would have been a success.
And
YouTube MP3.
and Dr. Smith, you're at daring plus command, which for you is a 14.
How many die rolls?
2, unless let's see if you've got a focus or.
I have doctor's orders. I have resolute. I have.
Oh, what were doctor's orders?
Doctor's orders is probably your best shot at blowing me
I'll
out
have
of
to
the
look up
water.
what that means again.
When you attempt a task to coordinate others or to coerce someone into taking or referring from a specific course of action, you may use medicine discipline instead of command. So he's going to blow me out of the water.
No, not necessarily.
Not necessarily. No, I could totally. There's many ways I could screw this up. I rolled a pair of 13s.
Okay. It's a stalemate. You have not been intimidated. They'll have to try something else, but also you didn't do anything to them.
Okay, I'm gonna actually do something I don't do a lot. I'm gonna ratchet down a bit. I'm gonna be like, Commander, I will give you all the access to the Commodore or the Vedic that you need as soon as I am satisfied that they are in stable health. That moment has not come yet. So again, I'm now going to ask you, please give me my space and let me do my freaking job.
I need to know, you agreed to let me know as soon as possible if they says anything of any value.
You know, Vita, at this point, you have about 40 minutes until your hour is up to get a report to Kira.
All right. Joel and I go off to the temple to see if we can figure out what we know about race and recollect what actually happened.
Okay. We're not even going to do that scene because that's a waste of time. So let's go to.
Mike, we didn't get over the complication with the Vedic.
Yeah, I know. Well, this is going to take a long time.
Okay.
This is going to take numerous rolls.
Okay,
These medical things
I'm gonna
take-
ask one more question, and then I will
Yeah.
relinquish the spotlight.
All right.
I'm going to take a quick look because I realize that I shouldn't try to make too many enemies my first 24 hours on the station. So I'm going to take a look at the Commodore. What is his? How is he doing? Does he know where he is? Is he coherent? You said he's moaning a lot.
Yeah, he does seem to be coherent. He may need a little bit of surgery. Let's say
Just a little.
to his hip before he'll be able to walk. But it does look like he's going to be able to speak.
Okay, I'm going to
Phaser wounds are you have dealt with before, but this being blasted by a Pa-Wraith thing that hit the Vedic is something new. Nobody's ever survived that before.
I'm going to ask the other what's the name of the other doctor there?
Dr. Tusek, he's a Bajoran. He's a young Bajoran.
Okay, so basically the Commodore's stable. Is he coherent? Does he know where he is?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to be like, okay, Commodore, how are you feeling?
He's
looks like you
saying, it was horrible. It was horrible, and I'm in a lot of pain. But that's okay. Don't give me anything.
Something about the pain. You're going to need some surgery to the hip, but there are some security personnel on the station who are very eager to talk to you right now.
It's good to just be the driver of my own body again.
Okay. Are you up to having visitors? I don't want to rush you, but things seem pretty urgent right now.
Are they? Oh!
Personnel.
Yes, I am up to having visitors.
Okay, I'm going to tweet him like, Commander?
Yes?
He's all yours. I'll have him. I've got him stabilized. He's going to need some surgery on his hip, but he seems to be comfortable. He seems to know who he is and where he is, and he seems willing to speak to you now.
All right, look at Joel, say, we're heading back to the infirmary again. Come on.
All right, great.
Double pace. We jog.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, once we get in the infirmary, I do my best to play nice with the doctor and ask where
I'm not going to give you
may
any
I
shit.
enter.
I've established my parameters, and I promised that as soon as I had him ready, I would let you talk to him. So.
Okay. I go up to the Commodore. I say, sir, are you yourself?
Yes. Vita, I'm myself. I'm sorry for all of that.
Can you tell me when it started?
It was horrible. That Pa-Wraith came crashing down on my force of will like Niagara Falls. And he is a willing interrogation subject, so there are no die rolls, and it's difficulty 0. He wants to answer your questions.
When did it first happen? And where?
See. It happened when we were exploring the Gamma Quadrant.
Where
We
in
had
the Gamma
found a rogue comet that was far from any solar system. It was an ice ball. It was very interesting. Fascinating specimen.
What ship are you on when this happened?
Well, the USS Champion, the Galaxy class ship that's, oh my God, the Champion. Yeah, it's docked here at the station, and it's going to be here a while.
Was there only one Pa-Wraith, or is there a possibility of more than one?
I only know about the one that got me, and it was horrible.
What other important information can you tell us about the Pa-Wraith?
Well, the Pa-Wraith was actually afraid.
It was alone, wasn't it?
It wants the wormhole destroyed. Power Wraith was obsessed with destroying the wormhole. And somehow it knew that a proto-universe was coming here. I don't know how it knew that, but it seemed to know the past and the future as one. And believe it or not, it was full of fear. It was afraid of you. It was afraid of us, Starfleet science. It knew Starfleet science could defeat its scheme to destroy the wormhole.
Was it wanting to destroy the wormhole independently of its knowledge of the proto-universe, or did it want to stop the proto-universe from getting here through the wormhole?
No. It knew the Dominion had created that proto-universe, and it wanted to stop you from preventing the proto-universe. It wanted the universe to get big enough to wipe out the mouth of the wormhole. And it had something to do with that orb. It wanted to destroy that orb.
Okay.
All right. I look at Joel because
Which
I
orb
know
again?
nothing about the orb things.
Which orb do we have again?
You have an orb. You have the orb that you've been traveling with for months.
Uh-huh. I forget which one we have.
Well, they
I don't
refer
think
to it. Actually, you never had the conversation with the Vedic.
Uh-huh.
So you don't know what he thought of it.
Well,
But
we've never opened the Ark.
the Bajorans refer to this orb as the orb of vision.
Orb of vision. Okay. Cool. Okay, cool.
What was, were you aware that you were possessed the moment you were possessed, or was it something that it came upon you?
Oh, Power Wraith was horrible. When it hit me, it crashed down on my force of will like Niagara Falls. I just became immediately a passenger in my own body. I had no way of warning my poor crew what was happening to me. But I was able to get a sense of what it was up to. I couldn't read its mind, but I could understand its evil desires. And it really hates the wormhole aliens.
And it had full control over your memories as well in return?
It was able to get enough to know how Starfleet orders operate, and it gave horrible orders to my crew and the crew of DS9, and to you.
I'm well aware. It was rather unpleasant. I apologize for shooting you, sir, but I didn't feel I had a choice. I'm sure we'll discuss this again later. Is there anything else you can think of that might help us in protecting the station and preventing such an event from happening again?
I can tell you that if you want to find where that Power Wraith came from, you're going to have to go to the Gamma Quadrant and find that rogue comet and find out where that came from. But that's not what's important right now. The chronotons caused a lot of pain to the Power Wraith, and they may have killed it. I can't tell. But as it fled my body, I didn't sense despair. It seemed to be laughing at us. The Power Wraith believed it had won, that you have already taken too long, and you won't be able to save the wormhole.
Okay, that's not comforting. Thank you, sir.
I think the Power Race is probably somewhere in the on the Galaxy class ship. What's the name of it again?
The USS Champion?
Yeah.
Yes, the USS Champion. And every time he thinks about it, he just shakes his head.
Yeah.
And rubs his forehead. He feels really bad about what's going on the USS Champion.
We should contact the commanding officer of the USS Champion and probably talk to him.
Yep. Commander Vita to the USS Champion, please respond.
Yeah, this is Commander Leidick. What can I do for you?
We have your Commodore over here, and he is unwell at the moment.
Yeah, that's we know he's going around on a rampage. He's been horrible to us. Sorry about that. I hope he's not hurting anybody.
He's better now.
He's been pretty unreasonable.
Has anybody else on your ship been acting abnormally?
Well, other than being terrified of him and doing whatever he says, no.
Okay. I'm going to be patching you through to somebody from DS9 Engineering. I want you to flood your ship with chromatons as a protective measure, just to be sure you don't
that's
have
not
any.
going to work. No, we won't be able to do that.
Okay, explain to me why.
The Commodore had us strip the whole ship down for a complete refit. Our warp drive is out. Our power systems are out. Our deflector shields are out. Nothing on this ship is going to work for weeks.
That's kind of relevant.
The entire ship is disabled. He had us disassemble everything, and he confined us all to the ship. We're not allowed to leave.
All right. Who is second in command there? Because your commanding officer is not.
Yeah,
even,
you're speaking to the second in command, Commander
okay,
Leidick.
well, sir, Commander Leidick, you are in charge of the ship. Your commanding officer is currently disabled upon the Deep Space Nine.
Oh.
You can release your crew, please, sir.
Okay, that's good to know.
You might want to tell them that
the Commodore okay?
The Commodore's been possessed by a power wraith.
And by the way, that Commodore thing is bullshit. He never acted like that until we found that comet. Commodore is a wartime rank in Starfleet. Yeah, he was a Commodore during the war, but after the war, when you go off exploring, no captain refers to themselves as Commodore anymore.
Right.
Everybody just refers to themselves as a captain. But all of a sudden, when we found that comet, he put on that braid and started marching around, Commodore, huff, 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 and started getting all unreasonable.
All right, I recommend you screen your crew before you let them off the ship. Please report anybody acting abnormally, and do talk to engineering and see if there's any way you can get your ship flooded with chromatons, just to be 100% sure. We've got a unidentified hostile, a possible pod wraith, possibly still at loose.
Well, just a reminder that Brannigan has already set up. You can push a button and flood the promenade with chronotons anytime you want to.
Ooh, let's put all the crew on the promenade.
It has no effect on anything but power rates and profits, as far as you know.
Right.
Well, the whole crew of that ship, they'll fit in ships. I put Brannigan in charge of doing that, putting them, coordinating them out onto the promenade and clearing
That's a good
them.
job for Brannigan. He likes leading overworked people on shore leave. That sounds great.
A certain amount of sobriety is necessary, Brannigan.
Aye, aye, sir.
All right, Joel, any other ideas on questions we need to be asking?
Nope. That's what I was worried about, that the power wraith might, take another body by going to the champion.
Well,
so I think at some point, once we deal with the microverse that's on the kilometers away from the station, we need to go to the Gamma Quadrant and try to find that comet again.
Well, and I'll leave you to notify Commander Kira of the current situation that we believe the power wraith has not been dissipated. Would that be the correct word?
Yeah.
You didn't really have information one way or the other, but do you have the information you need to get that report to Kira?
God, I hope so.
Okay. And let's go to a different scene.
From a comment, we need to investigate that later.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
Gavin,
Mike, in the game mechanics, do we have a way to scan people to see if they're possessed by the power race?
No one's ever tried to do that before.
Okay.
But you do know that chronotons chase them away, and you
Right.
can flood the promenade with chronotons right now.
Okay. Why don't
So
we do that now, and then as the crew of the champion walks on, so when we have like maybe 2 security,
that's what you ordered Brannigan to do.
Okay,
That's what he's
great.
doing. He's marching
right.
them down to the promenade in shifts, and they're going to Quarks.
okay, excellent.
All right.
Quark know to-
Meanwhile, we've got other people to catch up with. Yes, and I think Droff got some information out of that too.
I did. Apparently, we do not have a Galaxy-class deflector dish or warp core, so...
No, it'll be a while to get those working again.
Okay. But we do have a Defiant, and in theory, a science vessel of some sort. Okay.
And you know what the Pa Wraith was worried about?
Well, he wanted to destroy the orb, and that's connected to the pocket universe somehow. I don't know.
That without
Or the
the orb,
proto-universe.
you couldn't stop the proto-universe.
I'd like to do some research on that orb. I'm sure there's a lot of stuff that's
Okay.
written, some research that's been done on it, that I can go and check out on just to get some background on it and see if maybe there is something that we can do to use it to help us out here.
The Bajorans have been studying the orbs for millennia. Starfleet's been studying the orbs for a few years. The Cardassians tried to study the orbs with no success. But let's go to Mani.
Yes.
All right, so you were going down to Kamaj Garage with who else?
I believe Happy was going to come
You and
with
Happy are going down to Kamaj Garage.
us.
Okay. So that's it's a shop, a place of business, but it's not on the promenade. It's on the outer docking ring, facing outward. And
Why?
you go there, and there's a sign that says Kamaj Garage. And there's like an entrance and a waiting room. And there are people in outfits milling about.
Outfits.
Well,
What-
matching outfits. Like they're uniforms, but they're not Starfleet military kind of uniforms. Different, there's, Bajorans, Andorians, people of different races all wearing these outfits. Like they're employees of Kamaj Garage.
Okay. And there are also
Go in.
Huh?
You go in.
Yes, we go in. Well, wait. Before there are 7 cruisers, right? Surrounding the garage.
No, they're on their way. They have clearance to dock there.
Oh, they have clearance to dock there. Okay. All right. So Happy and I are gonna go in. And is there like a hostess or someone to direct us?
There's like a cashier there,
A cash.
but
Okay.
someone behind the counter looks up and their eyes open wide. And this big guy recognizes you.
Big guy
This
recognized.
7-foot-tall, broad-shouldered Klingon says, "Mani, Happy, it is good to see you." And he comes over and gives you a big Klingon hug.
Which I returned, even though I have no idea who this is.
It's me. I'm Baal. I retired from Starfleet. Now I run Kabaj Garage here at Deep Space Nine.
Oh,
I repair old starships.
I see. Is that all you do here?
Well, sometimes if somebody pays me a slip of latinum, I will accompany them on a voyage if they need an engineer.
Oh, I see. Oh. Do you have any big projects coming up?
Yes, there are 7 old Katinga-class cruisers coming here.
Oh, what kind of work is going to be done on them?
A huge refit. These cruisers haven't been in space in 70 years.
Any reason why they're going to be in space now?
Because somebody's paying me to fix them.
Do you know who's paying you?
Oh yes, it's a docile on the They've got an office on the promenade. Docile named Keen. She wants to get these Katingas ready to travel through the wormhole, and she pays quite well and up front.
Ooh. I see. Sorry.
Yes, it's with GEM. Keen works for Geta Enterprise Multiplicities.
Say again?
It is a giant corporation in the Dominion. Geta Enterprises Multiplicities.
Oh my gosh.
One of the most profitable corporations in the Dominion. They will tell you that over and over and over.
And Keen works for them.
Yes.
Oh.
I have a contract with Keen, the best contract I've ever had.
How big is are you going to be retrofitting other ships other than the Klingon, the cruisers?
Actually, I think I am. I hope I am.
What type of ships?
They haven't told me yet.
Oh.
It is good to see you. I have to get back to work soon, but maybe we can have a drink at Quark's later.
Count on it.
And there's a Klingon restaurant on the
Good
promenade.
night.
I think you will like it. We will have lunch there sometime.
All right. Well, see you.
Good to see you too, Mani. Happy. Have a good day.
Bye.
Okay, so you got the information you needed?
I think so. Yeah. And this is for Colonel Kira, right? So I go back and I report to Colonel Kira.
Well, you're going to report that to Colonel Kira, or you're going to follow up your next clue. It's up to you.
Oh, that's right. I'm going to follow up. Happy and I are going to go to the promenade to check out this corporation.
Okay, good. Now, we've got to get back to, we've got both the infirmary and ops, where they're trying to find a solution to the proto-universe. And I think ops is pretty important right now.
I agree.
So the rest of you characters in ops, what are you going to do?
Well, if the Defiant is one of the larger ships we have, the quickest thing is to get a warp bubble around the universe. So I guess I start working on a solution to use the Defiant to put the proto-universe in some kind of containment bubble.
Well, you know, you never did the...
Oh, yeah, I have to research
you had a lot more things you could find out about the proto-universe that you never even tried.
Well, I was going to. All right.
Delegate, honey.
yeah.
Delegate.
Yes. We need to determine the properties of the proto-universe. Okay.
You know, we
Also,
have one
be
of the
connected to a-
Dominion people around accessible. Maybe he
Yeah,
can
I
help
think
us.
he's there with you at this point. He came down.
Who's with us?
So-
Oh,
Dracoon?
Raccoon, yeah, you have a Dominion engineer,
Yeah,
and
that might be
you have
helpful.
yourself a brilliant scientist, and we have your wife also a competent scientist. All of you are in ops at the sensors.
Okay. Dracoon, I need to know about what the Dominion did to get the proto-universe this far, and let's figure out what the properties are first. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and make a... what role would that be?
All right. I need you to make insight plus science, and Paula can help.
Okay. And then I roll twice. Also, I need someone to research on the last time we had a proto-universe at this station. There may be something they did that could help.
On it.
All right.
Okay, good.
Okay, so insight and science is a 15. I'm rolling twice, and do I have someone assisting me? Collaboration.
Do you have someone assisting you, and do you use, well, the station will assist you. You're using the station sensors.
Yes,
So
but
station
Dracoon, what is your insight? Not that I'd ask you that, but...
I'll be honest, I have numbers. I have no idea what they mean.
Haha. Well, you get to use my science, which is a 5. I'm asking you what your insight is.
10.
Oh, good. That means you're really insightful.
Excellent.
We're gonna roll to figure out what the properties are of this proto-universe. So he's helping. I roll twice, he rolls once, and we're both rolling a 15.
Yes.
There's a 14 and a 16, and you got a 2?
Mm-hmm.
2 is good.
Wow, yeah, that is good.
I think that's 2 successes.
Dracoon, hang on, let me look at Dracoon's character sheet. All right, that's excellent. You got more successes than you needed. You get a momentum.
Good.
So did an extra moment? Yes, another momentum showed up there. And
in particular, I'm going to want to know how are the properties of this proto-universe differ from the one that we had at the station before?
You can look at, I just sent you an instant message, Darren, if you want to look at that.
All right.
Would I know how the Dominion had moved these in the first place?
You'll be able to figure it out in a minute.
Okay.
Okay. This is interesting. Well, that's useful. The Dominion has already provided 20 icosahedral normalizing buoys that have it in a static warp bubble. Okay. If those buoys fail, the proto-universe would expand at a much greater rate. Okay. Dominion technology, they are emitting data streams that I do not understand. Cool! Data I don't understand. Dracoon, can you help me understand the data?
Oh, I don't see why not.
Yes.
Yes, you have just the man sitting beside you to understand that data stream.
And at some point, the Dominion failed to contain this, so they dropped it in our lap. So I wonder what their problem was.
All right.
Well, I don't know, but they usually figure that the Federation engineers will figure something out.
You know what that means?
More threat, yeah.
Yes. It's threaten time. And it's screen sharing time.
Oh, getting bigger.
This
All
is
right.
getting bigger.
Whole
Should we-
universe
Zooming on
full of
you.
possibilities.
You're in great danger.
All that potential.
Should we start evacuating that part of the station?
All right. Kurt, do you want me to send an instant message to you to the data about the data you get so you can interpret it for the players, or do you want me to just read
Sure.
it to everybody? All right.
take it.
On Facebook? Is that okay?
Yep.
All right.
I have a quick game question.
Sure.
All right. I know that I am currently researching Keen and the whole Klingon garage up there, but I also have a focus in Dominion Tech. Now, if they knew that, players knew that, could I be called off of this to help?
If the players know that, you might be called off to help. It's up to them to let you know what's going on. All right, Kurt, I'm going to need you to make. Where are you? Oh, there you are. Name begins with a D. All right. I'm going to need you to make insight plus engineering. And no one can help you because they don't understand this like you do. But Darren can't help you, and the DS9 computer can't help you. But roll 2 dice and tell me what you get.
A 4 and a 9.
Oh,
Oh, that's good. Yay! All right.
Wow. Okay, you got plenty of successes. So first of all, you generated a momentum for the team. There's another point of momentum. And second of all, check your Facebook message to see what you're learning from that data stream.
Yes. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Makes sense. Oh. Yeah. Of course they are. Yes. Yes. Okay. So he looks up. Yeah, the founders didn't make this one. They found it. And well, they captured it inside the wormhole. So basically, they've been kind of playing God with this universe because, well, they are gods. So they can do that.
Okay. That was actually one of the ideas I emailed Tom or to Mike, and apparently, okay, the Dominion beat me to it. Okay. All right.
So unfortunately, their control became a bit unstable. So knowing that Federation scientists tend to ignore various laws of physics and come up with things that make no sense, they dropped it at our door. Oh, and there's some life inside of it too.
How advanced is this life? Is it I don't know,
You can
sentient?
communicate with it. The founders were.
Have they figured out digital watches, that sort of thing?
There's a communication stream. Is that good enough?
Oh, sure. Okay.
There's power race. Is this how you we get fire caves on the station?
Okay.
Would you like me to tap into that communication stream?
Well, I'd just like to know what they're saying.
Let me see here.
Now, when you say
we're not on
communication
my
stream,
ship.
you mean there is a stream going back and forth, as in there is some communication to these people and they're responding back and forth?
That's what the data suggests.
Oh, okay.
These aren't my instruments, but I might be able to get a hold of it. What would I need to do that?
Let's see. What have you got? And on this, someone can help you. Because they can help you use the Federation technology. Look at your focus. Cautious, manipulative. Oh yeah, those are all good.
All forms of communication tech?
Yes,
That's a good focus to have.
quite good at that stuff. So we will count that focus, and you can use. We'll call it insight plus. Oh God, I want to give you engineering. Let's do insight plus engineering because it'll be fun. This is a difficult task, though.
Okay.
All right, this is a difficulty 3 task, but somebody can help you.
Look over at Drolf. I'm sorry, name?
Drolf. Yes, okay.
Yes, not my
So
instruments, but let's see what we can do together.
Am I using his engineering or I'm using my insight?
No, you're going to use your science. You're helping him to use the instruments. You're helping him to use the Federation science instruments to tap into the communication. And he gets the benefit of his focus. So let's hope something happens here. So Dracoon, I need you to roll 2 dice. Droff, I need you to roll 1. Tell me what you get.
A 5 and a 14.
I got a 15.
You got a 5?
Yeah.
With your focus, that's a critical success. Sweet. Aaron, what did you get?
I got a 15. I'm rolling science on using what?
It was insight and science.
That's a 15, 10 and 5.
Okay. So you've got 4 successes. That is enough. All right. You have tapped in to the communication stream, patching it through the universal translator. You may be getting some words, some gibberish, and it's starting to stabilize, and you're starting to, hello, what happened? Hello, what happened to you? Where did you go? Hello, you're not talking to us anymore. It's so lonesome. Where did you go?
Hello?
It looks like the founders have abandoned them.
Well, yes, at the S9's doorstep.
Okay, well.
Hello in the proto-universe.
So you're speaking
Never
for
thought
this
I'd be
universe.
addressing that.
Excellent.
Okay.
Oh, hello, who is this? You're back.
Well, yes and no.
It has been so long. Help us, please.
What seems to be the problem?
It's a matter of time fluctuating and space fluctuating, and everything is so unstable here. Our universe keeps expanding in fits and starts, and it's not going to make it.
Yes, hold please. Look over at Rolf. Like, I don't know.
All right. Tell them that's perfectly normal for a young proto-universe. These changes, will come along, and everything's going to be fine. We're working on a solution.
Really? Really? That's what we're gonna say?
For now, yeah.
Everything's fine. Don't worry, we got this. Is that what you want me to get across to them?
No. Just tell them, look,
Keep
the
calm and stare yourself
expansion is
down.
normal, we don't really have a solution beyond that.
Is there any sort of insight that we can get from their point of view that would help us determine something to do?
You could ask them.
Okay.
You mean
Why-
that
All
extra?
right.
Why is the
I'll-
orb related? Should we ask them about the orb? They may not know what we're talking about, though.
But they might.
Ask them to briefly summarize what's happened so far. That'll buy us some time.
All right. So you want me to ask
What's
them
happened
their
so
history of their universe briefly?
Yeah.
Is that what I'm getting out of this?
Not the whole thing, just like, the last, I don't know, couple millennia.
You are
I
one of
guess.
those
I don't know.
supposed Federation scientists who pulls all the stuff out of their ear, right? Just checking.
I have a lot of things I can pull out of my, I guess you could call it an ear, but actually, yeah, that's the part I want to start working on now. Okay, so do I have the basic parameters of the physical laws of this universe? Because I need to send someone inside the wormhole to start looking for Vertron nodes.
You do not understand the physical laws of the universe.
Okay, how do I do that then?
It takes a long time to figure out all the physical laws of a universe. And probably to do it, you'd have to enter the universe.
Oh. I don't know.
Okay, we've got limited time to do something about this.
Yeah.
Maybe we should ask them what they've done, if anything, to stabilize, and if there's something that they need to stabilize it that maybe we can provide, since they live there.
Yeah, ask them what exactly they need in order to.
I heard her. I was right here.
Okay, I'm sorry.
You married up, didn't you?
I got. Okay, you two do that. I'll work on the Vertron nodes. Damn, to go inside. Okay.
All right, I'm gonna reopen communication with the universe.
Yes. Are you still there? It's been 15,000 years.
Oh God.
Right.
It's getting worse here.
So.
Cloaca?
So,
really?
First of all, what can we call you?
Zigzags.
Zigzags. Okay.
Zigzags. We are zigzags.
All right then. So, do you have any data about the expansion of your universe that we might not see from the outside?
What we have been experiencing for the last 250,000 years is the expansion of an anomaly within our universe that doesn't seem to fit the physical laws here. It is ruining the universe.
Okay, so they have
Can they send us
their
the data
universe
on that
expanding anomaly. So they have the same problem we have, just inside their own universe.
No, we don't have an anomaly. We have a proto-universe.
No. They have an expanding anomaly in their universe that is apparently driving their expansion.
Let's send you some data on this anomaly.
Thank you.
All right. they're gonna. This is for free because they want this to work. Oh, how did they do that?
I
So
figured as soon as you have
no need
sentient
to roll.
behavior-
You look at the data they send you, and like nothing in their universe makes sense to you. But that thing is a Verteron node that's protruding into their universe.
Aha. Okay. Do we have any? Can we identify it? As in, the properties of the Verteron node?
Well, it comes from the wormhole. That's,
Yes, I got that. Oh, can we find the other end of it on our end? Okay. We need to send some teams and some probes into the wormhole to start scanning Verteron nodes. All right. Now, if we take it out, will that fix their problem?
Limited time, honey.
Yeah,
limited time.
time.
I don't think we have time to do that.
To do what? To search for the other end of the node?
Correct. We have like hours before this thing starts eating DS9 alive.
It shouldn't take too long to send something into the wormhole and start poking around the Verteron nodes.
You are such a scientist. These things take time. They have to get people. They have to get them in the ship. They have to get the ship ready. They have to send the ship to the wormhole.
We have a ship. All right.
Oh boy, time for Brett.
Okay. Did the Dominion put that note in there, or did it go in there on its own?
Oh, I'm
most
gonna
likely
take
the
that back.
Dominion put the node in there because that was how they
I'm
found
taking
it,
back
was
that threat.
attached to a wormhole, or attached in the wormhole.
Do they know which node they put in there then? Do they tell us where it is?
There's nearly uncountable amount of nodes in the wormhole.
Okay. Yeah, but the Dominion would know which one it was, right? Okay. All right. Okay, so for the report for Kira, let's see. I'll have my Vulcan
Proto-universe
computer.
expand some more.
I'm gonna have my Vulcan computer calculate what we need to do to put maybe a warp core bubble around that from the Defiant, in case the Dominion probes or the Dominion if they fail, and they're probably going to fail soon.
All
Okay,
right,
and then we need some way to find the other end of that node. Okay.
Darren,
What about giving them a way to
Yes.
contain it within their own universe? Currently, they have no idea how because it doesn't follow the rules of their universe. It follows ours.
Yeah, but
That's a really good idea.
all right, the three of you, I'm going to give you a shot at a breakthrough right now.
okay.
Insight plus science, all of you. Who's going to be the leader on this? One of you gets to roll 2 dice. The other 2 get to roll 1. And then somebody rolls 1 for the computer. I'll roll 1 for the computer.
We'll let the scientist have the 2 dice.
Yeah, I can't
All right.
find my character sheet, so I have no idea where it is.
Oh, I can see your character sheet. It's a spreadsheet. You are insight plus science is 12.
Well, my
Yeah.
insight plus science is 15.
Mm-hmm.
That's why you get the 2 dice.
Yeah. Okay. So
And-
Paula gets a 12, and then Dracoon is.
I rolled
You
a
can
12.
use my science, right?
Oh, good. And Darren?
I'm going with the roll a die and tell the game master the number 10.
Yeah.
I rolled a 3.
Ooh,
roll-
excellent.
15 and an 8, 15 and an 18, so I have 1 success.
You got a failure?
I tried to bail you out again, honey.
I'm sorry, what? I have 1 success.
All right, you have 1 success, yes, but so here's what we're gonna let you succeed at a cost.
Okay.
The cost is a point of threat that I'm going to use against you shortly. The conclusion you reach is, if you surround the Defiant in a static warp bubble, it could enter the proto-universe.
Okay. At the time, it would be, what, millions of years when they came back out? Or thousands of years?
You don't know. No, if you're in the static warp bubble, your physical laws of time and space apply inside the Defiant.
Oh, okay. That would be weird for them, but okay.
It will be a weird thing. If only you had some kind of device that tied the outside of the wormhole with the inside of the wormhole.
That's the orb. Okay. That's what we need the orb for. So we can use the Defiant to create a bubble, go into the proto-universe.
Right about this moment, Kira comes storming out of her office, and Colonel Kira says, "All right, your hour is up. I want to hear your plan. What are you going to do about that before my planet's destroyed?"
All right. Okay. Actually, that's Vita. You want to give her a report? Or is she asking us?
She's asking us because we're the ones that are dealing with the wormhole, honey.
Okay. Okay, so we can apparently use the Defiant to create a warp bubble to enter the other universe. There's a Veritron node that is projecting the universe that is basically tearing apart their physical laws and accelerating this expansion. So we need some device to link the inner bubble with the wormhole, and we have to figure out what to do with the Veritron node. Either we need to punch it out of their universe or find the other end inside the wormhole and link them somehow. Does that make any sense?
Sure. Go do it. All right, get your crew aboard the Defiant and go do the save the universe stuff. Go, go, go.
Yes, save us. Save us.
Dracoon, your vessel, which we haven't named yet, I'm wondering if it would be any help.
By the way.
What's that?
It's the Golnath, by the way.
Golnath.
Yeah.
Okay.
You actually get to name it in this unit, in this quadrant, Darren.
Okay.
The Grand Nagus told you that you guys get to come up with the name for that you're going to use. But anyway, the important thing is time to suit up and go for a mission.
Okay.
And you know
Who are you
what?
taking with you?
Just because it's awesome?
Another threat.
Nope.
I need
I
to
am
point out
not.
that you
The
probably
threat
take
is
the US
immediately
native
going to another one of Doug's awesome animations as the proto-universe looms bigger and bigger and menaces the station.
That is really cool, by the way.
So pretty.
Am I in ops by this point?
Probably anybody who wants to have gathered an ops at this point can.
Okay, I point out that the Defiant is probably more ready to go than Droth's ship.
The Defiant is ready to go. You have the keys, and you're all trained to operate it.
Which is the key points here.
Except
me.
Dracoon. Dracoon will be a little bit of a fish out of water, but if you want a really skilled engineer, you've got Martin Brannigan down there on the promenade drinking with the crew of the champion.
I sent an ensign to go drag Brannigan out, and I asked Dragoon if he will join us. And when Brannigan shows up, I order him to show Dragoon how to do anything useful on the ship.
Okay. You guys are going to get to take the Defiant out. Who's going? Everybody?
I
Yes,
check in with Dr.
we'll go.
Smith because we will need a medical professional on board probably. Dr. Smith, are you occupied or are you coming with us?
Game Master, how are my patients?
The Commodore is now stable, needs no more attention, and the Vedic is still alive, not in perfect shape, but still alive. And the Dr. Tessick thinks he can take care of the Vedic in your absence.
Okay, I'll be right there.
All right. I turn to Paula. You're not Starfleet, but your husband does seem to do better when you're aboard. Will you join us, please?
Sure, an extra scientist never hurts.
Agreed. Who am I not thinking about who isn't Starfleet I can't order around? Joel.
Well, you can take, sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
You now have, at least temporarily, you have 3 NPCs, whether you know it or not, that you can take along with you. Although Martin Brannigan, you're going to lose tomorrow. This is his last day on the job here. You can take him along. But you also, as Monty can tell you, you also have...
another engineer.
You have Bell, the engineer. You can call him, you slip him a slip of latinum, he will do anything for you.
Hey, Monty, you know any other engineers we can take along? You can go at a moment's notice?
I think you're muted, Ella.
Sorry. Actually, I do. Well, Al is up at the Well Done Garage, and he is willing to do any engineering, go on any trip for Latinum if we have any.
I'll worry about how I'm going to get the Latinum later.
Would you like me to go talk to him?
Please, go fetch him now. We don't have a lot of time. Let's get the Defiant up and running now.
Okay.
Joel, will you be joining us, or are you staying here doing constable stuff?
I'll
Okay.
be going with you, yeah.
All right. Yeah. Actually, Joel, probably it's an important job for you since the Vedic is incapacitated. You will carry the orb.
Okay, I will carry the orb.
Excellent. Joel, go fetch the orb. My understanding is from Droth, it's the thing we need.
Definitely.
Okay, you're all meeting at the airlock where the Defiant is docked.
We do the slow motion, Top Gun walk.
You're all walking on board. Yeah, you're all logging in with your codes, getting to your stations. This big, almost 7-foot tall, hulking Klingon sees you and says, "Vita, it is good to see you again. You know you still owe me a case of blood wine."
I'll worry about that tomorrow. Welcome aboard.
Thank you. He looks at, let's see, who does he look at that he doesn't know? He does know Droff. He doesn't know, no, he knows Paula. Paula, it's good to see you again.
It is good to see you again.
Who is this? This person with the strange ears, and he goes over to
a Space Corps officer of higher rank. Well, you moved
a
on.
lot of making noises. Okay.
I think Nyla just got to fix that.
And he said, and he holds out his hand for a handshake, and he says, "My name is Baal. I am an engineer on starships at Qualar 2 shipyards. Oh, look at that! At the Qualar 2 shipyards, the Starfleet officers nickname me Tinker. So if you honor me, you will call me Tinker Bell.
That's hilarious.
Dragoon just kind of stares at him for a moment, shakes his hand, and backs off.
Okay. He was a non-com when they knew him before, and now he's retired from Starfleet. But he knows how to fix some starships, especially the old beat-up ones. So that means oops, not that one.
It's your script.
Yeah, I know. It always defaults to that screen. And oh my, it's getting pretty serious now. You are just one point of threat away from it encompassing the station. But never fear, you are all at the Defiant now. Ready to get on board, all systems are go. Ita gives orders like clear all moorings. I presume that Mani is at the helm, but Happy will take it if you want Happy to take it. But really, it should be Mani's job. Happy would be kind of the second shift helm. So
I take the big girl's seat.
you take the big girl seat. Clear all moorings. Aft thrusters 1/4. Taking the Defiant into the proto-universe. Static warp bubble is up. And in you go.
Groff, I hope you're right about this.
Well, actually, I'm having some other thoughts that maybe one of us should have stayed behind and send another ship into the wormhole if we get
Well, it's
to
a
the
little late
Veritron
now.
node. Well, yeah,
Yeah,
of
it's
course
a
it's a little late now. I just thought of this. If we send like a
Isn't it always
particle
like
stream through the
this?
Veritron
Well,
node, we'd
you're in
be able to
another
tell on the other
universe now,
side.
buddy.
All right. Presumably, we can talk to Kira, though.
You don't.
We don't
Maybe
know. Okay.
You can make communications out to
Well,
those.
we had communications out there before.
Yeah, that maybe you can communicate with those Dominion buoys with a little help from a Vorta engineer if you need to
Okay.
call Kira.
It's a good thing we brought a Vorta engineer along with us.
Of course we can. We'll just tap our stream into the current stream outgoing.
Okay, there is time for me to burn one of those threats.
Ugh. We do
Okay,
have 3
sensors.
momentum, guys.
Sensors show that some bizarre energy, ununderstandable thing is homing in on the Defiant.
Did we tell them we were coming?
It may collide with the Defiant soon.
This is important. Do they know we're coming? They could shoot us if they don't know we're coming.
You might need to lock phasers on this thing or get hurt.
All right. I order that we lock phasers. And,
Okay, who's
all
doing the
shields
security
up, please.
stuff here?
I can do that.
Yeah, I think that is up to Jaw. Get your character sheet up. Shoot, why don't I see it? All right, you are going to be, what is this kind of combat? We're going to call this daring plus security. Roll 2
Okay.
dice.
Odinson, prepare for evasive maneuvers.
Evasive maneuvers, aye.
Okay, Jaw, let's have a roll. 2 dice,
right,
2
I'm
20 sided.
I got an 18 and 14.
Ooh.
Does anybody else have a focus on shield optimization?
Not I, says little Joel.
Helm operations.
Hey, Joel, next
All
time
right,
you need help, make sure you get my help because I've got phaser banks and shield optimization.
Yeah, Monty, he winged it, but you're going to have to make an evasive maneuver.
Okay.
Control and con.
Okay, that's 15. I roll 2, right?
Yeah, 2 dice. And I'll roll for the ship helping you.
3 and a 6.
Yay!
Good. Let's first see money. Man, I've got so much stuff open here. Oh. No, there's not really a focus that bears on this, so you don't get a critical success. But
Wait, helm
well-
operations doesn't count?
what?
I have a focus.
Oh, I'm sorry. I looked at the MA and I called up Martin Brannigan instead of Lonnie Odinson.
Okay.
Yes, that does count. So your con, what did you roll?
A 3 and a 6.
A 3 just makes a critical success. Okay.
Woo!
Good.
Yeah.
So, well, doctor, I'm sorry you don't have any wounded patients to treat because Mani evaded the dangerous thing that was going to hit the ship. All right. So now I'm going to burn another threat. You're getting closer to the Verteron node.
Okay, Mike. Do I know what to do with a Verteron node? As in, do we?
You've got to inject the orb into the Verteron node.
Oh, okay.
Once you reach it, and you're bouncing around through the proto-universe. It's all weird in here. Nothing makes sense. Ooh, the only sense is inside your little warp bubble.
So do we have to teleport it?
You haven't gotten there yet.
All right, we're getting bounced around, so everybody lean right,
Yes,
Yeah,
lean left.
lean left,
Left.
left, right.
Uh-oh. There's more of those energy thingamabobs that have no name in your universe.
All right. This time I am assisting.
Burning another threat.
Can you tell them to stop shooting at us?
They're not coming at you.
I think it's more like planets.
Whatever they are, they're clustering around the Verteron node.
I'll see if I can open a communication stream. It might be, I think the Federation word for it is wonky.
Well, I assume they're trying to stop us from getting through the node.
I'm burning another threat.
What is this momentum stuff we have?
Defiant can't get through. It can't get past them.
Okay, we got a shuttle, right?
You do have a shuttle.
All right. Do we have a badass pilot?
I think that's Monty.
You'll have to call for a volunteer.
All right.
Monty, I can't order you.
Brannigan says you can order me. No, I'll volunteer.
It's his last day. No, I'm not sending him.
Yes, I want to do this. Let me do this. This ship has one Type 10 shuttle on board. I can pilot it.
If you're sure, sir. Godspeed.
Should I go with them?
Yeah, should we send a named character to make sure he doesn't die, or I don't know.
I think there's a high risk the named character's not coming back. Speaking meta here.
There's a very good chance whoever flies this shuttle isn't coming back. I'm willing to do it. Now, I want some scientist to make a roll, make an insight roll, insight and science.
That seems like something I would do. Okay.
Seems like something you would do. Maybe Paula would do it.
All right. I got a 5 and another 5. 2 5s.
You know there's life in this universe. You know there's life in your universe. You know the laws of your universe aren't compatible with the laws of this universe. You have no idea if life from your universe converted into that universe would still be life. But maybe, Brannigan, maybe. He'll take the orb under his arm and he'll head for that shuttle.
Can I do like a pulse with the deflector shield to sort of make a hole for him?
You might be able to do that, but
I have shield operation.
he's taking this thing in, and when he goes in, this thing, when he gets the orb to the Verteron node, this universe is going to get sucked back where it belongs. You better get out of here.
Well, define out of here. Like,
as in
leaving.
Oh,
get back out of this universe.
Okay.
You need Monty to pilot the Defiant.
Okay.
Okay.
Prepared to go full reverse.
Aye.
And so Brannigan launches the shuttle.
Turn
And its own little warp bubble heads for the Verteron node. You don't know what happens to him. But meanwhile,
Godspeed.
You've got to get out of here.
Break the speed limit, Monty.
All right, let's have a good helmet roll, or a good, I'm sorry, it's con roll here. Control and con. It's the old ship is shaking about. You're avoiding these energy balls.
Left, right, left.
Left, right.
7 and a 9.
Okay, if I've got it.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
Well, that makes a good roll. You're making an excellent escape, but you've got another one of those energy balls, and it's homing in on you like a torpedo. You've got to make an evasive maneuver, or somebody's got to try shooting it. Are you going to shoot it or evade it or what?
I guess we can shoot it.
Captain?
I hate to you can't shoot anything. Sentient life, we don't know if it's alive, what's coming at us.
It's trying to kill
try
us. That
evading
is
it,
generally a good rule to shoot it, no matter where you're at.
All right, so I'm rolling again. 2 die, right?
Mm-hmm.
8 and a 12.
You evaded it.
Woo!
Oh, there
Good
it is.
job,
You're
Monty.
almost out of the universe.
Oh, geez. Like right as we're at the edge.
And just exit safely from the universe. It collapses and is gone.
Woo!
And you dock safely at Deep Space Nine back home again.
Yay.
Yeah.
And there's no trace of the shuttle, right?
No trace of the shuttle.
Well,
And there's no trace of the orb.
universe.
The orb is gone. You
Okay.
don't know what happened to Brannigan.
He made it to Stovacor.
I have to write a letter to his family.
And
You
Kira's
don't
gonna
know
kill
if
me.
he's dead or not.
Yeah,
Kira's
but
gonna,
he's missing in action.
In another universe.
and I'm pretty sure Kira's gonna kill me for letting the orb go lost.
I think
When-
she'll be understanding when you saved the space station
When-
and home planet.
She meets you guys at the airlock and she is so happy.
That's good.
Hey, you saved Bajor! It doesn't get destroyed on the day I retire. That's such a relief.
I give her the bad news. I say, Colonel, something you should know about the orb.
She understands.
Oh, okay, good.
That's okay. It's worth sacrificing an orb to save the universe.
Maybe the prophets will send another tier to replace it.
The prophets do send orbs now and then.
Send dreams out of curiosity.
Yes, maybe that's something to explore right as we end tonight's session. And you're all together, and one of the things you were supposed to find out about, possibly, are you strolling to the promenade, to Ops? Where are you all going after this magnificent, dangerous mission?
Oh,
I
God,
think we
Quark's
should check
bar.
up on the crew of the champion.
Well, the crew of the champion, yeah, the crew of the champion's okay.
Okay.
Crew of the champion is okay. You're all going to go to Quark's? That's a great idea.
Yeah. And have a
Yeah.
pint.
And
But Elle is like very excited.
Raccoon, you want to tell them about your dream?
I think he's muted.
I was. Give me one
Okay.
moment, please.
He's trying to get his thoughts together.
Indeed. I call it a dream in the fact that it was something else. Except I was awake when it happened. So we were going through the universe, well, the wormhole, pardon me. And suddenly I was alone, in a void. It was all white, which was odd. It should have been a different color. And I assumed, of course, that it was the founders calling me. And Kevin appeared, one of my brother Gordas. He's usually quite smug, but he wasn't even looking at me, and he seemed to be quite emotionless. And he said, "What does it seek?" I was like, "Kevin, are you addressing me? Because I seek to find a new way for us."
Could
And then
whoever's
the
typing mute your microphone?
And then the void vanished, and I was alone on the ship's bridge, which is not where I'd started. But everything was out of focus. And Then I heard a heartbeat, and not that I'd ever seen you before, but you were there, Vita. And you told me the fallen is always fallen. And then I was deep underground. I was looking upwards through the ruins of a castle or a fortress. And then I reached the surface and I saw Smith. Because I know you now. I didn't know you then. You said it is a lie.
That's Dr. Smith.
I still don't know you, for that matter. And then he points over at Manny. And you took the lie from him. And you folded it. Where it was a sheet of paper. And Smith took another page. And said, "It is strong." Well, Manny said that. And you pointed. You'll have to pardon me, it gets more confusing. Yes, more. And Smith held up another page and points over at Smith. You said it is a lie. And then points at Manny. You said it is prominent. And then the pages were forming a new structure above the ancient ruins. Some towering fortress built of these pages, no beginning, no end. The proportions, I just couldn't comprehend them. And then Droth appeared, saying it is not linear. Then the structure burned. And the wind built and blew the structure over. Then rain and burning, and the structure became soaked and collapsed, and it became part of the old ruins. And then I was in my body again. And I was with all of you. You turned to me. And Vita, you said, "Be the flame." Smith told me to be the wind. Manny said, "Be the rain." And Droth, "Be not the lie." And then we were through the wormhole. So when I walked out of the ship and I saw you all, who I'd never seen before, except for mere moments or an eternity ago, I was rather shaken. So, do the prophets send dreams like those? Because generally the founders don't. Normally, Vorta don't dream unless we are asleep. Certainly not a vision.
And just as he finishes telling you about his dream, Quark comes scurrying over and says, "You've got to see this. You've got to see this. Check this out." And he points to a video monitor where a Federation reporter is appearing on the screen saying, "Breaking news from Kronos that House Kroba has just been expelled from the High Council by House Dagor. It turns out their house was built on lies upon the ruins of House, what was that guy's name?
Duros?
Yes. And
Are
House,
is this related to what we did on the first session?
yes, it is.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
And you see the people from House Kroba being dragged out of the High Council. And Kroba is furious, and he's turning to the camera and saying, "I don't know who did this to me, but my captains gave me the name Vita. I will have my vengeance upon you, Vita."
Quark, can I have fermented rippleberry? Make it a double?
I think I need a whole bottle of Andorian, please.
And then
I'm coming.
And then, rushing over to Quark's across the promenade comes Dr. Tessick. Dr. Tessick is running over there, and he's calling for Dr. Smith, and he's calling for Dracoon. And he says, "You've got to come to the infirmary. You've just got to come to the infirmary immediately." Both of you. It's the Vedic, yes. He's taken a turn.
I'm going to go to the infirmary.
I apparently
Well,
will also.
We did
The
kind of throw
infirmary
his
is right
orb
across the
into a
hall. The
Bergeron
infirmary
node.
is also on the promenade, so you can just rush over there if you want to.
Yeah, I'm going over there.
Indeed.
You go over to the infirmary, and Vedic Depwan is in bad shape, but he's not dead. And Dr. Smith, are you there? Well, maybe he'll get there. And he's calling for Dracoon.
I assume I'm right behind Dr. Smith. When we get there, I head over
I
to his
guess
bed.
so. And you see the Vedic lying there. You haven't really formally met. You've been part of the same adventure, but the two of you really haven't met each other. And he asks you, "Mr. Dracoon, have you ever explored your pa?"
My what?
Your pa. It is what centers us Bajorans. May I? And he reaches his hand towards your ear.
Mm-hmm.
You stop him.
No.
He says, "Your pa is strong. So strong." His eyes widen and he says, "The prophet's wisdom is beyond our understanding. To think they have chosen someone so alien, so recently our dreaded enemy." And he says to Dracoon, "Walk with the prophets, emissary." And then he dies. Flatline.
But
And that's the end of the episode.
I don't believe in the prophets.
Neither did Cisco.
Dun dun dun.
But the prophets
And
believe
that's
in
where
you.
we end this week. Good job, crew.
Yay!
Quite amusing.
Any questions?
No,
So many questions.
Yeah.
So very many questions.
For the last this 2-part episode, I had to make a bunch of changes to accommodate Paul quitting. So
And then you killed him.
it was a little slapped together. He sacrificed himself in an amazing heroic thing, and no one knows if he's dead.
I'm sure we'll pull him out of Vertron node in the wormhole if he wants to make a comeback. Yeah.
Probably.
Well, and better have that orb with him because if he lost equipment, that's a whole form he has to fill out.
But, no, I want him to come back with two orbs. He
Yeah,
owes us
having
one.
a 2-for-1 special.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
All I know is that's a terrible thing to do to the commander. Tell the commander that you have a person on his very last day at work.
Okay, so the only teaser we've got for next week is that Dracoon has just been named the emissary according to this dying Vedic.
Try not to.
And you're going to get, because of this amazing heroic thing you just did, you've all got 10 days leave. because Starfleet can't officially send you on a shakedown cruise for your new Vorta science vessel. But if you want, you could spend 5 of those days flying the Vorta science vessel to Wrigley's Pleasure Planet and make a bunch of stops along the way, scanning various comets and gas giants and things like that to get the hang of how the ship works.
Yep.
Spend 2 days on Wrigley's Pleasure Planet, and you'd have a few days to come home. You may choose to spend your time that way next week. Think about what you're going to do.
Okay.
May
Yeah, I
have
think
an
the
adventure
comment,
flying a brand new ship.
I think the comment would be a good thing to do.
How about we discuss that on Facebook while we're drinking at the bar?
Sounds good.
Sounds good.
Okay, very good, gang. Thank you all for playing. I think this was a pretty good episode.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Hey, Mike.
Very cool
Yeah.
with the graphics and
Bye.
everything.
Kimmy wants to know when Alt is going to come over to like hang out with Sasha.
Oh, that's Nimbus. When Alta can come over, I guess. All right, gang. We'll see you next. Oh, look at that.
Aw.
Such a
Oh,
pretty
nobody
puppy.
commented when I had the dog. I didn't have that dog. I had the puppy.
All
The
right.
role of
then.
raccoon will now be played by the Rowan. You can tell by the weird ears.
All right, guys.
Oh.
See y'all next week.
Excellent job, everybody. See you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.